Yeah, so good evening, wherever you are around the world. You welcome to this IG live with me, Teddy Abrokwa. Waiting for my guest to connect from the States, Chase Forever. Going to go live to New York City and catch up with the brother Chase. He's out there. Yo,
Yo, bro, am I live? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, man. I can
All
hear
right.
you loud,
And
loud and clear.
you see me clear too?
Yeah, very clear. You can hear me too.
Very, very loud and clear.
Yeah, so yeah, I thought we'll catch up and see how things are.
Yeah, I mean we've been planning this for a while. We've been going back and forth with it for like a while. I'm glad that you finally made some time to talk to Chase, bro.
I know, right? It's
That's
been
dope.
a long time coming, but it's
Definitely
important.
has been. And it's
Yeah,
very
but how are you?
important.
Ladies and
I'm good.
gentlemen, Chase Forever on the other side. Yes. And
Thank
happy
you.
birthday,
Appreciate.
though. Happy birthday as well.
Ah man, yeah, I'm just enjoying the birthday, but I have boys with the liquor and the henny, and they tripping, so I had to run and come be here.
You
You know.
you've got to take it easy, though.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely, definitely. I got boys here on
As,
Demon time though.
yeah, they need to take it easy. You need that voice for. Anyway, you've put out a project today, so
Yeah, I did.
so
I
it's like
did. Man.
double congratulations. Then you have
Appreciate you.
your
Appreciate you.
birthday and.
Appreciate you, bro. It's been an amazing ride for me. I mean, it's been an interesting ride for me. Let me say that. I
Mm.
don't know about amazing yet, but I'll say interesting, right? Like I've
Well,
really,
we are live, so
yeah.
amazing still counts.
Amazing still counts because it's been a hell of a ride, and it's been like a very very uh, great learning curve for me. Having that I left my comfort zone and came to America, and I've been here for like what 4.5 years now, and I've just come to learn a lot, and really understand the ins and outs of the game, and America really just put me on a time zone or on a time frame where like I could only get nicer and nicer, put me on my toes, let me say that.
Oh well, in terms of in terms of your creativity, or
Yeah, in terms of my creativity, life, and everything, like sometimes it's crazy how I had to leave Africa to really appreciate Africa. We were in the jungle, we're in Africa, and we don't know how beautiful it is until sometimes when you leave looking in from the outside. I've never been proud of to be Ghanaian. Like, it's really, really a dope time to be African. And I just really wish everybody could be on the same time as me and the whole world. It's a trend now to be African, bro. There was times where I used to come here and people ask me, yo, do you live on trees? Questions like that. But nowadays, things is just people's eyes are opening and people's ears are also opening, and it's a great time to be alive.
now we ball on trees. We don't swing on trees. We ball on trees.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Those
But you
questions
were
are crazy to
you
me.
were you were born in London, right?
Yeah, I was born in London, Hackney Town,
Oh wow. And
Saint
then
Saint Elizabeth Hospital.
and then you moved to
I was
you
actually
moved.
born in an ambulance, bro. I don't really say that, but I was actually born in an ambulance. That's how fast I had to come to the world. You know,
Couldn't wait.
couldn't wait, bro. I couldn't wait to touch this God's green earth. It's crazy. It's crazy what we're in a rush to do, bro. You
I
know
know,
what I'm
right?
saying? Sometimes you're in a rush to grow up. You're in a rush to, it's crazy what we're in a rush to do without knowing where we're going. So I'm just in a very positive time in my life, and I just want to share positivity, give people my music. And
Mm.
this time around, I dropped it in a very different way. I didn't just put it everywhere. It's going to select people that I feel like have really, really, really like been a part of my journey. People that care about the music, you know what I mean? Like I just don't want to give music to people that don't really care about it, because the thought process of my music is it's not easy, bro.
But that's an interesting point, though. because you, I mean, we do stay in touch. You know, after a long break, we'll come to why the break. Though we'll talk about that. But I know you've been working. You know, you've always been putting in the grind, and as somebody who writes as well, you know, you using this time to not just change your direction of music, but also intensify your writing skill as well. So it's one of those things that is worth mentioning. But what made you release? Just to be clear, Chase has dropped an EP today. So
I would call it a mixtape.
A mixtape, yeah. Well, a mixtape. Yeah, mixtape. If you want to go,
serves the same purpose.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to go old school on it, yeah. So you've dropped a mixtape today, and it's not your typical way of you go on Spotify or maybe go online and find it. How first of all, what's the reason behind the project though?
Well, the reason behind the project is, as you and me know, bro, I have too much music. You know, I have too much music, and I tend to sit on a lot of music for the same reason why I'm telling you that I just feel like my thought process of making music, and you know, the things that I'm saying in music is I'm not lying in the music. You know what I mean?
No.
So I don't want to just share it with anybody, and it won't mean what it meant to me, to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want the music to touch people in a way that I feel and create while I feel. You know what I mean? And this time around, like, you know, when an artist has a writer, like let's say I have a show and you want to book Chase and I have a writer, there's a lot of things in there that don't make sense. But when you go through with it, that means you really want the artist. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like that. Like, I wanted people to just post. I mean, it's not hard. All they had to do is post and hashtag E2FF, and you know, the team finds you and sends you the album, the mixtape. And we've already sent out about, I'd say 200 copies already, or maybe 300 this morning, and people are loving it. Yeah, people are loving it. So it's more of me just having a cult following, because I don't understand how I would have 159,000 people following me on Twitter, and then, you know, it's time for, maybe you're putting out music and there's no engagement. You know what I mean? I see that with a lot of the artists also. Like, you have like 1 million followers, but only like not even 200K are liking your pictures or are getting engaged.
Your project,
Exactly. So this time around, when I send you the music, I have your email. So when I'm in Ghana and I'm doing a show or I have merchandise, it's coming straight.
Yeah.
My thing on. I don't know how it calls. I keep
Nah, you know, you can't help. It's your birthday, so it makes it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So it was you know, it's targeted to the cult following, because I feel like as an artist, if you don't have a cult following, you don't have nothing, you know. And so that was the whole, you know, plan for this project. Kick the middleman out, talk directly to the fans, you know what I mean? And then when it's time to make money, I know what I'm making. You know what I'm saying?
Street marketing 101.
Yeah, straight marketing, bro. I did marketing. I just had to apply, you know, a different approach. It's still gonna come on Apple Music.
You did marketing.
You're just not gonna get it. What happened?
You did marketing, you said. Yeah, you did marketing.
School, Central University. I did marketing. I have a degree in marketing. So
I
just applying, you know, applying what I know, you know, as in sometimes the middleman it's not necessary.
They don't deliver the message.
They don't deliver
as intended.
They don't send the project out the way you want it to be sent out. You know, you get to control a lot when you're direct with your fan base. And
so music is out. Chase new music is out. You can only get it if you follow the prompt online.
Yes, if you follow just post the poster. It could be on Instagram, it could be on Twitter. post the poster, hashtag E2FF, the team will find you. We've been finding people all morning. It's crazy. Like, people are
But
loving it.
how intensive is that? You know, compared to the usual.
Well, it's intensive because, you know, the traffic is moving up. Like, people are hearing about it and the traffic is going up. I have like 10 people that are sending out emails, like the team, and we'll go grow as it goes. But it's gonna come on Apple Music after some time. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
next week maybe, or 2 weeks time. You know, the other people that don't really follow Chase music, and okay, let me pop in Apple Music and listen to what Chase is about, and then I can still make some cool money up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other way too. You know,
Yeah, bro.
you need to keep the stream.
Exactly. Because,
The,
you know, a lot of people, like, most of my messages that come in is, Chase, we miss you. Chase, you're not doing music no more. I felt a way about that because I've never stopped doing music. You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel my fan base wasn't following me enough to know what was going on. Like, when I left Ghana, nobody really, they weren't like cult, it just wasn't a cult following. You know what I mean? I do have the fan base that keep in touch, but I need that cult following. Just like they could boo Drake off stage to see Frank Ocean. It's not about numbers. It's how you build.
attachment. Yeah.
Exactly. It's about the
Loyalty.
attachment. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
that's interesting. I mean, you've been away for a while. You know, you haven't released like project like this for about what, like more than 5 years or.
No, I actually released Broken Crayon Still Color last year on my birthday also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that comes with Obidoba, and, you know, shouts out to my little sister. She's like the head of the team. She's killing it. She's sending everybody the music, and I'm really excited. You know, I feel like in a week's time, everybody's gonna have it, and they're gonna cherish it more because they didn't go through Apple Music or just like everybody else got it. They got it directly from I and my
From
team.
you, yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
so that's the thing.
and they have the contact as well. So you know they're gonna get first.
Exactly. You know,
So
I'm gonna be feeding them with music. Everybody that's got the email is gonna get direct unreleased Chase music before it hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's a family I'm building. That's why my label is Loyal Friends Only, LFO.
that's what it means. Loyal friends
What it
only.
means, Loyal Friends Only. You know what I mean? Because I'm big on loyalty, man. You know, and loyalty is a rare gem these days. So when you meet somebody that's loyal, you make sure you keep that person around you. You know.
You mentioned a very important subject. You know, it always comes in when you have like industry conversation that
Yeah.
there's no loyalty in the game. So apart from even the fans itself,
Yeah.
like peers, colleagues, you know,
Yeah.
the loyalty is always brought into question. You know, often hear people say there is no friendship in this game. You know, what's been your experience? I mean, you've been out of Ghana, but not out of music. What's been your experience being out of the country itself, and how
And just
you've been
being
away
out.
from your peers?
Yeah. Bro, like, I keep it a buck with you. Like, leaving, Ghana really was an eye opener for me. You know what I mean? When you call somebody a friend, like when I call somebody a friend, I don't want a person to ever question picking up a phone and calling me 2 a.m. if they have a problem. You know what I mean? Once I start questioning what I can ask you and what I can't ask you, you're not my friend. You know what I mean? So you judge, bro. When I release music, do you see any of my peers post it?
No, I don't.
Since my mom died, I heard from only 2 people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be putting names out there, but I heard from only 2 musicians, or 3 of them. And I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cordial with almost everybody. I have no beef with anybody. I'm not the artist that tries to tear any artist down to put out music. You know what I'm saying? I put it out. I don't watch no trend. I just do what I'm doing because I believe in the music, bro. I really do. I believe that it's definitely gonna pay me before I die. You know what I mean? But also, it's just people need to realize the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? The bigger picture, the agenda of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Of this whole everything that's going on. I feel like there's a big paradigm shift, and people need to realize that, yo, it is not about what you think it's about.
Mm.
There's a deeper thing going on, you know. So if I look like you and my color looks like you, why aren't we rocking together? I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me, you know. We just have to really do better as brothers, because I don't see no money in the industry so much in Ghana that it should set us apart. And money should never be the reason why we
Yeah,
wouldn't be.
true. True.
But we just have to do more as to get to being together. And it's like, bro, there's only 3 people in Ghana that, you know, it's like only 3 people, bro.
Mm.
And these three
Yeah,
people,
but
I,
this is a case where you've done a lot of features for artists. You know, you've written for artists. You supposedly thought maybe you had some sort of like some friendship going before any of these things happen. You moving out of the country.
yeah,
And all
I
that.
really thought
So,
I had like, I really did think, you know what I'm saying, we were brothers. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, I was thinking I was friends with a lot of people before I left Ghana. You know what I'm saying? But when you're going through whatever you're going through and you don't hear from nobody, and it's not like people don't come here. Everybody comes here, do shows. It's not like I'm bitter about it. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. I don't have no friends in the industry like that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be people that I'm cordial with, but no friends like that, because they haven't acted out as friends. They haven't been friends, bro.
but
Yeah.
that's the interesting part, you know, because I know there's been a lot of shows in the last 10 years. You know, there's been a lot of shows in the last 5 years, even more now in the like last
Yeah,
couple of years or so.
yeah, it's been
Until
5 years,
COVID,
right, bro?
until COVID, the market was really going up. So
Exactly. It's
I was
been
always
like,
wondering why you not, you know, maybe pop out on stage, or not even having your own show, but at least, you know, being out there, being invited to some of
well,
these.
to be honest, I was going through life. You know what I mean? I was going through
Yeah.
life. When I moved here, I had to adjust to a lot of things, because I'm a superstar, or whatever they call it back home in Ghana. Like over here, real fact is I could walk around and feel very. Nobody's asking me for pictures. Nobody. So
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was really like I had to like adjust a lot in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I used to not. I tend to like have to deal while I'm here. You know,
What have you
and
changed
that's
though?
just the paradigm, huh?
What have you changed? Like
Oh man,
apart from your outlook, what's the key thing that's been like
I've
crucial to
changed my
your?
whole mind, bro. I've changed my whole mind. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even say I changed it. I feel like I grew up whilst bullshit was going on. Excuse my French. I just grew up because experience comes with growth, bro.
Yeah,
Once you're
yeah.
living a lifestyle, you're exposed back home, you move here, bro. Like, I wasn't feeling like, for real. I haven't been myself in a minute. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And my mother's passing made it worse, and the fact that I didn't hear from nobody made it worse. Like, it's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, the industry is the industry. I had to learn out that hard way. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that monkeys do move in their sizes. Like, I wasn't active. You know what I mean? And niggas wasn't hitting me up like that
It's
because
always
I
a
wasn't active.
it's always a difficult one, you know, because once you leave the scene, I've seen it so many happen so many times, you know. If you're active in your home country and then you leave, and you know your level of activity drops, all sort of comments pass, you know, people
Yeah,
say
we,
what they
you
like,
know,
yeah, but
that's very
what?
true. That's another thing I'm really grateful for. I just feel like I haven't really been forgotten. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, no, no.
I feel like the songs that I put out really held me down till date. Like Fire, Lonely, they were ahead of their time, you know, and the people didn't really register then, but I think that they do now, you know, and this is why I never stopped making music like the way that I want to make it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I want to make music that will make me be remembered forever. So it's about, to me, it's about what I'm remembered for.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be remembered for something. What would you want to be remembered for? Like, you want to be remembered for, you know, tearing people down before you put records out. They will remember that.
Yeah.
You
True.
know, people don't forget, and especially this uh, social media era is even more crazy. You know, so
Because you don't release the music, then you might as well just kiss it goodbye. That's pretty much the kind of situation. But you talk
yeah, I
about
mean,
lonely, man.
bro, I'm really confident. I'm really, really confident in this tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even rushing it. I'm gonna take my time, shoot all the videos. There's 5 records on there.
5,
And
yeah.
I just feel like every song plays its role. You know what I mean? And plays its role. Like, right from My Girl to Justice. You know,
And
it's a beautiful thing.
justice, you touch on some of the things that's happening now.
Yeah,
You are seeing everything firsthand in New York, and
yeah.
yeah,
I don't see. I feel like every artist should talk about what goes on around them and in them. You know, so I always talk about what's going on around me or what's in me. Sometimes I'll talk about crazy stories with females, and it may be my friend I'm talking about. You know, but it's all real stories.
yeah.
You know, always try and tap into a real point or a real place of, whatever's going on, and give it to the people, and that's why my music is stuck with them from 5 years ago. I haven't even done an interview. I haven't been on TV for 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
People still remember how I look. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for
But I
that.
think, yeah, you keep pushing the music out, so that's the most important thing. And
Yeah,
let me just take it back a little bit. But before we go back, I know someone that you started with. You've been in the game with for some time.
yeah,
Asem, for instance,
yeah.
he's
That's
he's online, wilding out.
yeah. Asem,
he's
Asem.
he's online wilding out, man. Have you had a conversation? Have you had a chat with him?
Yeah, I've spoken with him, and I just actually, like, I allow artists to be artists, bro. Like, Shatawale has his style of doing his thing. Everybody has their style, but it seems like this is the new era, bro. And it's almost as if when you don't grasp their attention with something, you know, it's hard to put out music.
But have you figured out what his issue is? Like, is there
I I,
is there
I can
something
tell
bigger
you,
than that? I know he's the one that need to be asking these questions.
you
I,
know
I
what.
need I need to hit. We all we
Yeah, I
all we
mean, I
all.
could tell you that he's not crazy though.
No,
I could
I
tell
haven't. I
you.
haven't said that. No, not at all.
Okay, no, because I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying, all sorts of things about Asem is crazy, and I could tell you he's not crazy though, but his approach is a bit. I'm not comfortable with it, but that's him. So I'm gonna let him be him. I mean, we spoke, and he explained things to me. He said it's trolling. He's trolling. So
Yeah,
people not ready for the troll. He's ready for it because, bro, I asked him, I'm like, I said, Charlie, what kind of skin way you get with all these insults? He say, oh, now you get time for them. Me, I don't get time for them. He's not watching nobody. He's about to put out new music. So I
yeah.
guess that's
That
focus.
I'm waiting for the new music. To be honest, that's what I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's his focus.
I,
That's his focus.
I need to actually speak to him, man, because that's my guy.
Bro,
We
you know
go
what's crazy?
we,
I
we
can
go we go
confidently
back.
tell you.
We go back.
I can confidently tell you that this nigga he's out of reach for real. I feel like I'm the only one that talks to him. I don't even want to look at it as privilege, or I don't want to look at it like, but I'm really the only one that he talks to now. And like I
No,
said,
then
man,
then you have a lot of messages to pass on. Then 'cause-
yeah, I do get a lot of messages to pass on to him, but I tell you, Asem doesn't listen to anybody.
yeah.
He doesn't listen to me, so At least he doesn't listen to me, so it'll be worthless to pass your information through me to give to the guy. You know, he's just
Sure.
doing what he wants to do. You
Yeah.
know,
True.
yeah. Bro, like we can't care too much about the internet though. You know what I'm saying? But and I do not like his approach. I told him that, but he's doing what he's doing. So
Yeah. Well,
I'm just watching
at
like
least you
everybody else, you know?
at least you've made it clear to him, so you know he knows where
Yeah,
he stands.
I did. I did, you know, I did tell him my concerns, but that's his thing, you know, so I respect it. I
Of
respect
course,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know that's one artist that you know you go back with.
Well, I tell you
But
that, yeah, Asem is he's one of them. I'll tell you that he's one of them. He's not a joke artist. He's not somebody to forget about. You know what I mean? If he's really on his P's and Q's, yeah, you'll remember him for something. Yeah, he's
I
one of
know
them.
we often say that now a lot of barriers has been broken down, so it doesn't really matter whether you're an artist if you're doing the African music, regardless of where you are around the world, you can still make your impact. Why is it
Bro,
so particularly difficult for Ghanaian artists in you know when they move out of town? It makes it difficult for their music to break through again.
well, bro, it's a money game. You know what I mean? It's a money game. A lot of people don't talk about it like that, but it's really a money game. And
Mm.
I'm really done with the line. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell it as it is because maybe somebody might be watching, and maybe somebody might say, "Oh, let me help out and reach out to the Ghanaian brothers and help them." It's a budget thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a budget thing, and we all align ourselves into thinking and punting so all of us can win. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
Mm.
matter of
Yeah.
putting the force behind the people where that can cross over. I don't think that Ghanaians just focus on like three artists, and there's so many talented people out there. There's so many, there's so much talented music. I mean, lovely music that could come here and blow, but we just don't listen to that
Yeah.
enough. I'll put our support behind that enough. But as far as why we're not popping in America, it is a money game. You know, it is a money game.
Well, you know you can only do your bit anyway, and make sure you set your
What
priorities
I'm
right.
confused about is how people always like I would hear some of my peers like they argue about money and all the time. I'm waiting for somebody to come here and pay for a campaign. Since they have money, like it's a money game, bro.
Are we too
No
quick
shit.
to, yeah, are we too quick to also write people off when they leave Ghana? You know, like I'm talking
Yes.
from the Ghanaian
Also, I think what it is out
fan
of sight,
base.
is out of mind. You know,
Hmm.
no matter how strong your music is or how strong your presence is, when you're out of sight, you're out of sight. You know what I mean?
True.
And there's still a lot of people down there going on TV, going on radio every day. Like I said, I haven't been on TV. I haven't really been on radio. I haven't been on radio for like 5 years. And that's crazy to me because that was my life almost every day,
Hmm.
you know? And then when I took myself out of that limelight, it did affect me. It did affect my numbers. It affected everything. And I remember Delay would always tell me TV is a powerful thing. So when you
Oh
leave
yeah.
TV, it affects you, you know? So that's what happened with me, you know? Nothing else. I just wasn't on TV. I just wasn't doing no interviews. I just communicate through my social media, and that's not good enough because data problems for Ghana. Nobody everybody said goodbye, go feed by data, come day, watch you every day. You know what I
True.
mean?
True.
So it's a lot of factors that played into that, but all I can say is my legs are running in the air, bro. When I touch Ghana, it's gonna be a problem. Like I really, really I just feel like somebody who hasn't worked for like 5 years. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of fire burning in me. I just can't wait to, get to Ghana. Like my boy, you see my boy is laughing and that's Charles. That's my right hand man, yo. For real. Because I tell him this every day. As soon as we touch Ghana, it's gonna be a problem, bro. Like, I want you to
You-
pay attention to the music that we dropped today. and just see the growth, bro. It's eminent. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate my experience. Money can't buy it. Money can't
No.
buy the experience I came to gain from it.
Mm,
Money can't buy it. Even though it wasn't the most pleasurable, experience, I still learned so much from it. You know.
of course. Yo, let's take our minds back a little bit, man.
You
So
know Fifi. You know DJ Fifi.
yeah.
But why you make it come the life inside? Fuck up that. DJ Fifi, fuck up that.
Shouts
All
to
right,
Fifi,
bro.
man.
Let's
Yeah.
proceed. Yeah.
Yo, so let's look at. You know what? First time I think I've told you this story, but let me just tell people.
Yeah.
So the first time I heard your music was through JP.
Jump, yeah.
Yeah, John Pierre, he's I think marketing manager at Nestle or somewhere
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Nigeria now. Yeah. So shouts to JP. JP had this website, and at the same time, that was when I was putting stuff online. So we will link. You know, he would send me like new stuff. Yeah, and then that was one. So I asked JP, who's this guy? He said, oh yeah, that's Chase, man. He's a GH dude. You know, the sound was different. You know,
Yeah.
the sound was different. You know, this was. I think that was Lonely, right? The first one that I heard was
Okay.
yeah.
Tell
So
me your name on Lonely.
which one? No, yeah, no. That was the first one.
Tell me your name.
Yes, that's the one. That's the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Tell
first
me your
one.
name when. Yeah. Tell me your name was big. It got me an award too. Yeah. No, a nomination. A Ghana Music Awards nomination, and then we went to Lonely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at the time, it was so different, you know, because you don't get those R&B melodies like locally like that. You know, it was
Yeah.
game change. Then I found out you write as well. How did they? When was that? Was that when you broke into the scene, or you've been doing music earlier? Because normally we don't get to hear of the
Oh,
grind until.
I was actually, well, I was always doing music, but I started off with rapping, and I was in a group called Soldiers In, and we will go all the time. We'll go to Richie to go get our records done. So this one song we had, because I always telling the boys, yo, I could sing. I always tell my friends, yo, I have a voice, I can sing, and they'll always be like, oh, you dear, you won't go dance, you won't go do Asha things. I'm like, oh nah, bro, I could sing. So this one time we had this song called One Day, and I remember I said I would sing, and Richie said cool. Richie recorded the song, and I remember the song becoming a soundtrack for Perfect Picture.
The movie.
Yes, and this is the first time I'm singing. So, hey man, I had to know something. If I sung the first song ever and I made it to a soundtrack, such a big movie, I was like, oh, let me continue this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I started writing, and at the time there was a female singer called Salimi, and I wrote a joint, and Salimi was with Richie at the time, so I went to Richie and I was like, yo, Richie, I have a song for your artist, and then it goes something like this, and he was like, but you can sing, Charlie. So Richie called me to the side, and Richie was like, yo, if you really want to sing, I can make it happen for you. We could do a contract and start this thing off. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. So I went, thought about it. I came back. I told Richie I was ready to do it. And we went into, we signed a contract and started working. So this one time, the first record I write in Richie's studio is a record called Let Go. First time I wrote it, Richie was like, yo, how did you just write this so fast? But mind you, the rap had enhanced my writing already because I was a rapper. So singing songs became extra easy because, now all I have to do is get a melody and, rap. So I started, I wrote the first song I wrote from there, Let Go. This one time I'm sleeping in the night. Richie gives me a call. yo, I need you on the record to come write for somebody that's, you know, big and it's about. I'm like sleeping, bro. I'm like, who's this? It's like Mimi, the girl who went to Big Brother Africa.
Yeah.
So, you know, we went up there. I went to the studio. I see Mimi. I see Confidence. I see, you know, the whole clique. Mind you, I start writing this record. In like an hour, I'm done. I start teaching her. And Mimi brings out Leave Me Alone. And it's a
Oh
hit
wow.
again. You know, again, this song is a hit. And Mimi, at the time, I don't even know if she was like an artist at the time. You know, she grew to learn the craft more, but at the time, you know, it was more like they wanted to do something. You know, she had gone to like Big Brother Africa,
Yeah.
and they wanted to do something with Movingi, and so my first record I write becomes Somebody becomes Leave Me Alone, and Leave Me Alone becomes a big record also. Next record, now we're in the studio, we'll be chilling, stars are pulling up. Sway pulls up Richie hits me up one time. Oh, we need you on a record to write this Sway joint. I'm like, what joint? That goes to become Intoxicated. So now you have a guy in college who hasn't even graduated,
So
who leaves school. Yeah, I
you
was still in school.
studying for John.
Not Pope John. I was in Central
Central.
University. That's
So
for
what
100.
what year are we talking about now? Is it
We're
just
talking about we're talking about '06.
'06? Okay. Yeah, good.
We're talking about '06. So '06, I'm writing these joints. At the same time recording my album.
Hmm.
If yeah, and I do this record, Give Me Your Heart. Out of nowhere, the song leaks in Legon, catches fire. Everybody's talking about me organically, you know. So Richie was like, "Yo, the way this thing leaked there, make we just leak one." So we leaked. Finally became popular.
Yeah.
Mind you, people are still coming in and out. I don't even remember all the records I wrote, and I don't even remember all the artists I wrote for, bro. But I wrote some joints for a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And it was my time with Richie was a learning curve, bro. This is the beginning of my singing career,
Just
right?
just just to be clear, like with Intoxicated, you did the hook, not like the rap verse.
Yeah, yeah. I wrote the hook.
Hmm.
Shawty, came here on my own, baby girl, I'm sorry. It's that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
hook, the chorus.
so
I wrote that, and it became a hit. Richie did the video. I wasn't even in the video. You know, that's another thing. I'm like, I ain't even get called for the video. I don't know. I'm playing around. I don't remember what happened, but I wasn't even in the video. I wrote that. Then I wrote the joint for Asem and Richie, from the roof down to the carpet. Baby,
when
make
I get
you
you, whoa, that's my joint.
yeah. When
Yeah.
I hear you, yeah. When I
I,
hear you,
I was
I
playing
wrote.
I was playing that on the radio just I think a couple of weeks or 3 weeks ago.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, that's dope. Somebody sent that to me. That Kitty was performing stage sometime. Shout out to everybody that's showing respect and giving out what they're supposed to be giving out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
know, right? But we listen, we can go on and on and on because I know you've done a lot of work, for
oh
your
yeah.
own self. How many albums have you released though?
How many albums have I released? I've released I believe one album and 3 EPs now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I'll be like about 4 projects in or 5 projects in. I'm not sure.
But
That's
have you for a moment sat back and asked yourself, I've written all these songs which went on to become massive hits, whether it's ghostwriting or you were given writing credits,
shout out to Dapper
You-
Jacob. Yeah.
yeah. Have you thought of the business side of that,
Yeah, I'm like I'm on ASCAP and BMI, so I'm good. The business aspect of my songwriting is good, especially you know that's why I kind of stopped writing in Ghana because it was like the songs are they usually stay in Ghana, and when it's in Ghana, it doesn't pay you as much. You know what I mean? Because the system hasn't been made to pay the royalty. Cool.
You look at the way the industry is structured, and you've written all these songs. You would
Yeah.
expect a lot of returns, you know. But
Yeah. That I'm not really, bothered about because it will pay me regardless. Anytime the system is set up, it'll pay me. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that when I get to Ghana, that's another thing that I want to focus on. Want to focus on how we can structure, a real system that could track our music, you know? Because if we don't, people are always going to be stealing our sound and acting like they invented it. You know what I mean? So very, very important, bro. Like I have a whole agenda, that I feel like I want to help people. I want to go out there, write more music, help the people cross over. You know what I'm saying? Give them some urban joints. I just feel like I was underused, man. I just feel like I was underused, because
or see that in the sense that you're ahead of the time, because some
yeah,
of these records, my missus loves the Lonely track. I think she's if you check your traction and you see East London in there, I'm sure she's played it over
yeah.
over 1,000 times, in this short space of time. Yeah, she loves the track. It's something that you mentioned that these tracks you make come from real life experiences, So what
Yeah.
do you enjoy the most, the writing or the performing of it?
I enjoy the performances and the writing equally, because it's therapy for me. Like on a record like Jealousy, I really go in to tell you how I feel about how even like people people tell me they love me all the time, bro. I do not feel the love. It's like I get that a lot. Like people would tell me they love me all the time, but sometimes you bump into people. But also it's me. I feel like I'm a very, very like indoor guy. I don't really even when I lived in Ghana, I wasn't out a lot. People say they love me and I don't see it. So I spoke on it on the first verse of Jealousy, you know, and where I say, chase forever, they love you, we love you. But they know they hate. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody go rate you to the ground, to the ground. May God go lift you higher. So I'm burning up my incense. I no get time for nonsense. Evil them a plan amongst them. I just really vented on that song, and I just feel people should really go out there and go post it, post the poster, hashtag E2FF, and we'll find you. We'll send you the record. I don't want just anybody to just have the record and act like the record is every record that's out there. No, bro. A lot goes into my music, bro. For
Yeah.
real.
Well, that brings to mind, one track on it, Malam.
Yes, Malam. Malam is
What's the
when you're in
story?
despair.
What's the story?
The story with Malam is, bro, when my mother passed, I hit a low. And I hit a low that I'm still dealing with, you know? And I'm just saying Malam can't change the weather. Only God. You know what I'm saying? It's only God that can get me out of how I feel and the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really have to shout out Stoneboy because Stoneboy is one of the only people that, and bro, like I'm not even the best friends with Stoneboy. You know what I'm saying? He's not somebody that we talk on the phone or we have a, but this guy sat on TV and shouted me out, and at that time, it just felt good hearing it from a brother. You know what I mean? So every now and then I'll go and hit him up and say, yo, what's good? I'm checking on you because it seemed the people that I was in contact with all the time didn't even really care like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have a connection with people that you don't talk to every day without even knowing. So
Yes.
Stoneboy,
But
that was
he's
dope.
he's gone through your situation,
Yeah,
you've had that experience.
and that's the more reason why hey bro, check my t-shirt out, you know.
Oh,
We live, you know, exclusive to friends and family, you know, and he's just somebody that, you know, showed me love from a distance, and I really appreciated it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? He didn't
Because
look at his numbers.
he knows how he feels, you know, he
He
knows what you're
does.
probably going through.
He does. It's a very
Be
painful ordeal, bro. It's so painful. Like sometimes I deal with it and I just cry, you know. But the music really helps me. That's my therapy. Like even in jealousy again, I talk about my mother in the second verse. You know, bro, they gotta go get it. Go get it and listen to it and listen to what I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes artists get lost because they're going through shit, and people will be online talking about your career is dead and trolling without
yeah.
knowing what the artist is really going through. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave y'all Lonely, I gave y'all Fire, I gave y'all Lomo, I gave y'all that. Come on, man. And now I'm nah, bro. I just really, really, really like I'm grateful to God to be here, and my talent is just growing, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It's a beautiful thing, you know.
Did you have any therapy or
Did I what?
have any therapy?
No, the music is my therapy, bro. I don't really believe in going to talk to somebody I don't know about my problems, you know. It's a good thing, but I know how to hold myself. So I use it through the music and it works. Like I've gotten a big load off my chest just off recording these songs, you know, because I really spoke about how I felt, and then and that's what I did, you know. I don't follow nobody's trend. I just spoke to the people and told them how I feel. Like on Malam, every word, bro, every word is real, you know, and people are really, really relating to Malam, and I knew they would because no cap, you know, no cap at all, bro.
But yo, the style is like if you read the comments, you know, people can relate to the fact that you know you've been ahead of your game for quite some time. You know, you've been doing some of
Yeah,
these things
I
for a
would
very
say,
long time. You've always stayed ahead of your game. It's very important that people remember these times that we're in. That, you know, you're not just giving us your current status, but also giving us something futuristic as well. It's very
yeah, I
important.
am again. I am, and it's gonna take another. Well, hopefully now people are just really catching up to sound, you know, and people really appreciate good music. But again, I feel like jealousy and all these songs are really ahead of its time, especially I grow. I grow is tree, but you know, Brahmindi Agori, Mindi Agori, Mekoti Azori, Mehunya Miu. It's all like it's a vibe, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's ahead of its time, bro. And I know that they'll catch up again. But this time I'll be there. You know, I want to be down there and working like a beast. You know, when I touch down, it's just working like a beast, bro. For real.
It's going to when are you looking at though? Very soon, because I know that the travel restrictions has been gradually being lifted.
Yeah. As soon as the borders are open, I'll head back home. I'm looking. I don't want to tell people when I'm coming. I want it to be like, you know, a thief in the dark. I creep up on people. You know what I'm saying? I liked it when I creeped up on people. Like people saw me at the airport and were like they seen a ghost. This one time, yeah, this one time I'm walking. I'm like with my dad. We're going to Tema, and the Tema, the booth guys, the toll booth guys saw me and freaked out. Let me pass. My dad is one guy that doesn't let me feel stardom. He was like, "Hey, my guy, my guy. Only one
Relax.
Ghana they dash you. They're acting like they dash you 100 Ghana."
So
Yeah.
where do we go from here, brother? I mean, the
Yeah.
album made.
Once you know, once I have a substantial amount of you know, emails, we're gonna drop it on Apple Music and everything, also, and promote it. But I just want to have that direct connection to my fan base, and I love them, man. Like some like Western Man, some like Carell on Twitter. I be knowing their names, bro, because Western Man posts everything. He's like such a die. If I had like all I need is like 5,000 Western mans. I'll be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? People that really, really support the crap because they appreciate your talent. You know, that's the people that I wanted to connect with on this album.
That's what I do. That's my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that he's a superstar. You know that he's a
Nah,
superstar.
nah.
Teddy
That is done.
Teddy Abrokwa.
Chase, man. But I'm excited about what.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited about the project and putting music out again. After what your experience has been, and looking at losing mom, and dealing with all your personal issues, being able to put your craft back on is what's most important, man. So album mode, I suppose.
You said how what?
Album mode.
Album mode is Ghana when I touch down. First record to drop is double. Like, bro, everything is.
It's planned out already, man.
It's already laid out. First single will drop is double. Next single that will drop is Me and Bright with Jami. Bro, and I'm ready to work with anybody. Let the egos go, guys. Let's work, man. Let the egos go. You know what I'm saying?
And there are other works in the project that I'm sure later when people get to find out.
Yeah, send me and you there. Send me fresh. Why no me deba.
We know how we're gonna work this one.
Yeah, because you have the air. You feel me? So
it's important that the climate we're in, that urban music, urban African music is being appreciated on a larger scale. That's the most important things, You in the States, are you recording with anybody there? Have you done anything?
Nah. I was with I don't like name dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm around these guys and I don't put it on my social media like that. You know what I mean? But shouts out to Yaya, shouts out to the team over here. We're in plugs, like shouts out to Ojeezy Lowe's. This is Travis Scott AR. So I'm like in talks with a lot of people. I just don't like to name drop a lot, So when it's ready and we're ready to boom, they're gonna know what time it is. But when we touch down in Ghana, they're gonna know what time it is, bro. Oh God.
Yes. So man, happy birthday again,
Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it.
And congratulations on this EP dropping.
Mixtape
dropping. You followed your word. It dropped on the exact date, So if you haven't got a copy, there is a nice way of getting it. Just post
the poster, hashtag E2FF. The team will find you.
And drop you the quality music.
Yes,
direct
sir.
From source.
Yes, sir. Direct from the soul. Direct. No lie. Yeah. So
I know that you've got everything planned out. So the only thing I can wish for you is long life and clear vision.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it so much.
That's my only wish to you.
Appreciate you so much. And I thank you so much for your support. And I thank you for having me on your live. I don't know how to do these live things. I pop up on my live every now and then, but I'll stay off it if I don't like the traffic, So I don't really do the live thing. So thank you for having me on your live. And, bro, you've been supporting me from day one. I don't take that for granted, bro.
I love good music. That's the most important thing.
It tells.
The support will always be there. And, over the years, it was good that we kept in touch again, because I was wondering where you were.
Where I was, right? But at least you were wondering, At least you were wondering, bro. That's dope,
Because it didn't click, because I was still getting the music, so I wasn't really.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were missing from the scene, so maybe it didn't really register. I'm like, hold on, I haven't really heard from Chase in a while, Let me just drop him a message and see what's good.
I cannot believe people don't know I'm not in Ghana. You understand? If I was in Ghana, you would feel my presence more. Like, I haven't been there for like 5 years, almost 5 years now, and we getting back to the game, baby. They're gonna love me even more. We're getting back. Big
So
time, bro.
my final question is what's the inspiration now for you?
The inspiration now for me is being honest, bro. You know, it's just being honest and talking and realizing somebody somewhere is going through it and will relate. You know what I mean? The biggest facade ever sold to the world is to leave where you are to go and make it somewhere, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that alone is a topic for another day. But I just want to say my inspiration has been God and what I've been through in the last 4 years. It has amped my music to the max. So I can't wait to give them Crocro Me. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Crocro Me and the joints that you've heard down. I can't wait, bro. I really can't.
Yeah. Salute, my brother. I know it's birthday mode. You know, it's my birthday
Yo, my
on
boys are
Tuesday.
parked on the side of the road, man.
Yeah.
They wanna yank me out. You know.
my birthday is on Tuesday, so yeah, we surely will catch up. You know. So,
All right, bro.
yeah.
Bro.
Let's keep
So
the
you
cancer
guys.
spirit. You know, Cancerians. You know.
Oh boy, cancers are no joke, man. Cancers, anybody born in June is no joke. You know what I mean? So that's love. And I love everybody that supports me. Dapper Jaden, everybody that's in the comments showing me love. Hey man, it's all love. Audrey, Charles, Cassie, everybody that showed me love.
Yeah.
You know, hey, let me see that beautiful little girl.
May
Hi.
come say hello. Say happy birthday, Uncle Chase.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Uncle
Hey,
Cheese.
there you go. You speak like a queen, innit? There you go. You see proper one. You know, I don't be Ghana where they go come do my name is no, you see the way they talk me name. Vim.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. But enjoy.
Appreciate you,
So
bro.
yeah, I'm sure one of these days when we're in Ghana, we'll celebrate our birthdays together. There's
Definitely.
a lot of people that celebrate around this time of the year.
And I must touch London too, you know.
Yeah.
I must touch London too, because you know, man a bad man. Man I know where I go on, man. It's a London thing for me.
I know,
You know?
right?
Yeah,
Hackney
so,
we're not far from Hackney, so when you come,
yeah.
we'll
So really,
we'll
really,
drive around
I'll
Hackney and
get
see
down
what's
there
good.
soon
All
and
right.
come promote my stuff out there too. So when I'm there, you know what time it is, bro.
Of course.
We,
All right,
we
salute, my brother. Peace out.
one love, bro.
Enjoy the
Thanks
rest
for
of it.
having me.
Yeah.
One.